It is my pleasure to welcome you here tonight to our annual Unit 4 All-District 5th Grade Band Concert. We got a great deal of fun today, getting to know one another and rehearsing this music for tonight. Before we begin, I would like to ask you to please silence or turn off your phones. Actually, turn off your phones would be the best idea for tonight. And I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the rest of our band faculty in Unit number 4. With us this evening are our hosts, Mr. John Curry, Director of Bands at Central High School, and Mrs. Jennifer Curry from Central and Southside. Also, we have Mr. Michael Allen, Director of Bands at Centennial. Ms. Stacy Peterick from Centennial, Robeson, and Perry Busey. Michael Brown from Franklin, Dr. Howard, Stratton, and Garden Hills. And Miss Chrissy Norberg from Jefferson, Kenwood, and Westwood. And our director for tonight's mass band is Mr. Alex Blomars from Edison and Bonneville. We will begin tonight's performance with the traditional band warm-up. A warm-up allows our students to focus on tone production and intonation or tuning. Mr. Blomars and our 5th grade band. I forgot to announce another student teacher at Central High School, and that is Blaise Cermak. So, you may remember those first few weeks of band back in the fall when your child was so excited to be playing an instrument. After a couple of weeks, the students were able to put together all they had learned about assembling an instrument, holding it properly, reading notes, and of course learning that one note at a time. Once our beginners had mastered the first 3 notes, they were able to play several short songs. The band will now perform Rolling Along and Hot Cross Buns. Fantastic. Once we had a good grasp on those first 3 notes, we taught the students 2 more notes. Using the first 5 notes of the concert B-flat scale, the students were now able to play many more songs. What they particularly enjoy is march steps. Now tonight we will be featuring different sections of the band as we sometimes do in our practices at school. These features allow us to showcase the sounds or timbres of the individual instruments. Featuring individuals or small sections of players at school also allows the teacher to assess students to help shape instructional time. Our next song, Lightly Low, will feature the following sections of the band: flutes and oboes, clarinets and baritones, which you may now know as euphoniums. Our students start to learn about form and patterns of music at a very early stage of their development. Our next piece is a great example of a song that uses an 8/8 form, where we hear similar or identical segments of music at the beginning and end of the piece. It is a very famous melody that I'm sure you will all recognize by composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. We will now continue to feature sections of our band on a more familiar and happy tune, Skip to My Lou. This time we'll feature our trumpets, alto saxophones, French horns, trombones, and the percussion section. As our year progressed, our students learned about new types of note values and rhythmic concepts. Our next number, Oh Susanna, begins with 2 eighth note pickup notes. once we established good tone quality with the individual musicians, we began to focus on extending the students' range of notes to both higher and lower notes than our starting 5. The next song allowed many of our woodwind and brass students to work on low notes. This is Hey Ho, Nobody's Home. One of the more fun yet challenging steps to learn and play with others is playing in a round, or canon. The next song, a favorite of the students, allows them to do just that. The students will now perform Frère Jacques in a round. One of the more recent skills we've worked on with students is learning to play music in different parts or full band arrangements. The next several pieces challenge our students with melody, harmony, bass line, and independent percussion parts. We are sure you've been hearing your student practice his or her individual part, and we hope they do. So the first arrangement is Old MacDonald Had a Band, and it features the large sections of the band, woodwinds, brass, and percussion. One of the most important composers of the classical era was Ludwig van Beethoven. Unfortunately, by the age of 26, the composer began to lose his hearing. Now, to make up for this loss of hearing, Beethoven felt it necessary to add more and more instruments and even a chorus to an orchestra, so it would be audible to chorus or choir. His ninth and final symphony, the Chorale Symphony, is the origin of this famous melody, Ode to Joy.